Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Capricorn in mid-October 2019. Hello, Capricorn. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Mid-October, she says. More like end of October, which is absolutely accurate, Capricorn. I am late getting these messages out. I tried last week to finish the letter 6 signs after my initial 6. And technical problems, life got in the way over the weekend, and then I'm doing jury duty right now, so I'm really like crunched for time, having to balance between doing the generals and the personals, and so it's just a matter of time again was against me, and circumstances were against me in getting these out in a timely fashion. So please, 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 please forgive me as I deliver your messages for you today. Anyway, guys, happy Halloween if you're celebrating at the end of October, whether you're here in the States or anywhere else in the world. Card flipped out is the Moon card. Maybe there's a little bit of confusion in your life right now. Maybe there's some secrets. Maybe there's some hidden truths. But regardless, you know, everything that's done in the dark comes to light eventually, you know, whether it be tomorrow or 10 years from now, it will eventually come to light. So do not fret, Capricorn, if you are dreading the things that you don't know. Now, moving on, happy Halloween again. I've shuffled off camera, guys. That is your main spread there. I will shuffle on camera now for your main spread. Excuse me, for your main spread. For your outcome and your overall energy. Excuse me. Once all of the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp for that will be in the description box below if you want to jump ahead. Also down there's the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. If you want to clarify anything before purchasing an order, feel free to email me at the exact same address, and I will answer you as soon as I can. And guys, if you like what you see here, if you like my content, if something resonated here, make sure that you hit the like button, leave a comment, share the video, and or subscribe to the channel. Fair deal, right? All right, guys, let's get into it. I want to see Capricorn's outcome for mid-October 2019. Please show me. Capricorn's outcome for mid-October 2019. Please show me. Come on. Yes. Come on. Yes, no? Yes, thank you. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. And the only card that comes face down, pow! Now it's face up. Reading's over. You've seen everything. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I could never end a video. I could never have a video that short. Never! Are there tarot videos that short? What was that, like a minute, 2 minutes? That's crazy. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Please show me where Capricorn is in mid-October 2019. Capricorn in mid-October 2019. Please show me. Okay. All right. We got it. Yes. Good. All right, guys, coming into mid-October, you come in with the Temperance card in reverse. Pardon me. I'll show you this upright so you can get better used to it. Major Arcana for Sagittarius. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius, but it's a general reading, so you don't have to be. Reversed. Listen. Get some rest. Or maybe not get some rest, but let's figure this out, Capricorn. I think there's a disturbance in your energy, a disturbance in your life, a disturbance in your calm, in your peace, in your serenity, a disturbance in your mind, in your emotions, whatever it is, and we need to find something to calm that down or to rectify that, to act as an antidote to the disturbance. Now, I feel this disturbance could come in the form of a person, could come in the form of bad news, could come in the form of, you know, unfortunate events, like I don't want to say a tragedy, but maybe something comes out of the blue and it kind of introduces a bunch of unnecessary drama in your life, whether it pertains directly to you or is directed towards someone else. And because you have this disturbance of your mind, of your body, of your lifestyle, or your routine, bad news, tragedies, or unfortunate, whatever it is, I feel like your immediate action is to go off the deep end in whatever reaction you choose, whether that be off the deep end in terms of sadness and sorrow, anger, frustration, like avoidance or aloofness, being detached, whatever. You take whatever route and you go the distance with it. I feel that's some type of coping mechanism, or like I said, it's a reaction. It's not truly a response. In the moment, based on what you think and feel and what you're able to observe, what you're able to gravitate towards, this is what you do. Whatever you choose. Again, sad, mad, happy, aloof, detached, all the things I mentioned and more. That is a disservice to yourself, because temperance is here to encourage you to be balanced, to remain calm and measured, to not jump to conclusions, to not indulge in your impulses, to not indulge in knee-jerk reactions. Perhaps you need to have some patience. Perhaps you need to have a little bit more sympathy in the situation. Perhaps others need to give you sympathy or empathy, you know, because it's a general. So everything I'm saying, you, it could be reversed on someone else. It's a general, right? So please allow and, you know, swap yourself around in the story as you see fit, as you know it resonates in your life. If it resonates, yeah? Capricorn, my gosh. I think this is like reactionary in, like I said, like a coping mechanism. Maybe it's something you naturally do to defend yourself, to kind of steel yourself and avoid further upheaval. In some of your cases, it feels spiteful what you're doing, or how you react feels like a spiteful act. Feels like like I said, like a reaction, you know, again, not again, but in case you're unsure of what I mean when I say reaction versus response, because sometimes those can be synonyms. A reaction for me, a lot of times, is just, you know, sort of like the turn of phrase says, a knee-jerk reaction. Something happens and then, you know, a moment or two later, you do that, or you do whatever you do. A response usually is something that you consider. You weigh options, pros and cons, you think about it. You think before you act. Reaction is just, you know, a reaction. For example, and this is just an example, and I'm not feeling that this is happening in your life, but anyway, let's say you are walking down the street and someone sucker punches you. Just like you round the corner, you turn a corner and someone like punches you dead in your face. Now, assuming it wasn't like a knockout punch, it wasn't like Mike Tyson in his prime, you know, on the other side of that corner, but let's just say it's a normal person. They just kind of strike you in your face. You don't fall, you don't stumble, but you take the hit. What is your reaction? My personal natural reaction is to fight. Other people, their natural reaction is to run away, or to say, oh my God, what the hell are you doing? You know, whatever. That's your reaction. It's like instinctual. It's like the thing you just naturally are inclined to do. Reaction, reaction, reaction. Okay? A response for someone like me, where my body has been assaulted, protect the body. That's what my brain signals to me. Your body has been assaulted. You must defend yourself. Fight back. That's 9 times out of 10 my natural reaction. That's just the way I am. If I had a proper response, given the situation. Or if I were to err on the side of having a response, I would determine who hit me, why did they hit me, what's the situation going on around me? Is there a reason that I could discern quickly why this is happening to me? And then maybe I wouldn't hit the person back or engage in some physical altercation. Does that make sense? Like, that's not the greatest example, but I recently had a discussion with someone about that because it was a real situation that needed to be discussed. Not for me personally, but for them. And I used myself as an example. It's just like, you know, it's just, some of us are, regardless. So that's what I mean. Versus reaction versus response. It feels whatever you are doing or have done or will do is very reactionary. And sometimes that works. In this case for you, Capricorn, it feels like, because Temperance is here. If this was another card, I can't think of another example, but if this was another tarot card, I might be less inclined to say, maybe pull yourself back from what you're naturally inclined to do, what your natural instinct tells you to do. In this case, since it is Temperance and it's in the reverse, it feels as though, Capricorn, take a second, take a breath, count to 10, do what you need to do, and come back and see if your response would be the same as your reaction, okay? Something like that. Interesting. And it's very general. All I know is it upsets you. It upsets the peace and the calm in your life, whether this is the presence or the actions of another person, the behavior of another person, whether it is about a circumstance, or like I said, you're given bad news, you experience something that isn't pleasant, I don't know. So something is in my eye and it's really bothering me, so let me go ahead and pause this 1 second. All right, Capricorn, I apologize about that. I think it was an eyelash. I think I got it out. My God, that was annoying. All right, anyway. So, yeah, you know, your peace, your stability, something about the calmness of your life, the sort of run-of-the-mill, but still kind of, not quaint, that's not the right word. What's the word? Regular, like your life or a situation was just regular, and then something happens and it like knocks you right, you know, on your ass. And boo, nobody likes that. Now, what else is going on? Okay, so it feels like something has arrived and you don't like this arrival. You don't like this arrival at all. Wow, okay. Okay, hold on. Because I feel like I could talk about any of the remaining 3 cards, but I want to know which one will flow better for the story. I've said arrival, so it must be the guy. Okay, the guy. Got you. Thank you. King of Pentacles, above your starting position. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You might be dealing with an earth sign, or a fellow earth sign, excuse me. You are an earth sign yourself. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or you don't have to be dealing with another earth sign. Or this, it doesn't feel like you because I'm saying arrival. And I said that guy. And I was only really referring to the King of Pentacles. But it literally, in many of your cases, it will be the arrival of a male in your life. Because it's a general, please don't hold to any genders or zodiac signs, okay? But the arrival of this person, number one, they might come with luggage, okay? So you have a visitor, you have someone staying in your home, you have someone showing up with intents to stay. And it doesn't have to be your home. This could be someone at your job, you know, a new hire, or someone returning to a job who's been away for a while, maybe on sabbatical or vacation or whatever. And they come back, with weight. My natural inclination was to say they come back with a fury or a flurry, like quickly. Maybe that happens. Maybe they show up suddenly, but it's not like they are a fast-moving energy, you know, because King of Pentacles, Pentacles being the slowest element, or excuse me, the slowest suit in the tarot. The arrival could be, you know, you weren't expecting this person until next Tuesday. They show up, you know, Friday afternoon. You're like, oh, you're early. This is inconvenient. You don't say this to them. You're just thinking it. But you're like, damn, that's really inconvenient. You said Tuesday and it's Friday. You're here. Okay, fine. You know, and you just kind of roll with it. So that's what I mean. Like, this person could show up earlier than you expected them. That's kind of the flurry or the fury kind of boom, like I'm here. But their actual energy, their mood, their attitude, whatever's going on with them is weighted, is heavy. Like, as much as I said the word luggage, what that guy is really holding is a chest under one arm. A heavy wooden chest. Presumably heavy, of course. So there's like something, they bring baggage, whether it's actual luggage or they bring baggage as in drama, as in inconvenient issues that may or may not pertain to you, Capricorn. You've dealt with this before. This person or something like it, if not specifically this person, you've dealt with drama like this. So in some of your cases, this feels like you get yourself involved with people, romantic partners, business partners, friends, co-workers, it doesn't matter, who always have something that needs solving or that needs attention. Like, this is not the natural energy of the King of Pentacles, by the way. But it just feels like, oh my God, here you come again, or here comes someone else with something similar to what I've dealt with before. And it just immediately drains you. Temperance, like I said, immediately drains you. That's a reaction. Could be a subconscious reaction. You know, reactions don't always have to be a conscious thought. Like I said, they're often instinctual, or they happen without your conscious mind even registering what you're doing. So this person coming into your life, arriving at your front door, showing up to your cubicle, hey, it's me, I'm back from vacation. Like, oh, fuck, here's this guy again. You know, that's the energy I get. This person is a nuisance. They are a drain on your energy. They bring baggage and BS to your front door. And they expect, here we go, they expect to be welcomed. They expect to be accepted. They expect that you do not have a problem with this, with them, with whatever. Wrong. But you don't tell them. You do not tell them. You just kind of stifle yourself and you accept that they're here. Like, there's nothing else. Like, I'm getting like the sense of like a family member, an in-law, a brother, a sister who just crowds you. And based off of history or based off of your relationship to them, how you guys are connected, they're not expecting you to reject them or to say, you know, you coming over right now or you staying here right now is really not appropriate. I can't. No, they're not expecting a no. This person expects a yes. You will endure my company. And they're not saying it in a demonstrative way, or they're not saying it in a way as if they're trying to steamroll you. It's very pleasant. This person, even if they're loaded with drama or they're some type of burden to you or nuisance to you, they're not a nasty person. They have, in some cases, good intentions. In other cases, they aim to be non-offensive. Like, do you know those people who, like, they try so much not to be offensive that they actually end up being offensive? Or they try not to be annoying, but that ends up being what annoys you the most. Is like, oh, okay, there we go. It's like the person that says, well, I mean, if this is going to be a problem for you, I mean, I could just go. So it's like, aha, So they like, they like phrase questions to you, or they say things to you to kind of put you in a corner. Because if you say, yeah, you being here right now is inconvenient, you agreeing to, or you saying, yes, it's not a great time right now, somehow turns against you and makes you look like the a-hole, right? Where it's like that, it's almost like a reverse psychology thing with this person. Well, I mean, I was, well, you said I could come on Tuesday, so I figured, well, to save myself, maybe it was cheaper for them to come to you on Friday in travel expenses, and if I had waited till Tuesday, that would have been an extra $100. So I just said, let me just show up at Capricorn's house here on Friday. It's not going to be, but I mean, if this is a problem, I could just, find an Airbnb or something like that, or I could go down to the Holiday Inn and like stay for the weekend. I really don't want to crowd you. Like, they talk about it so much that you're just like, oh my God, no, it's fine. You're here. Just come on in. Just come on in. You see what I mean? Whether they consciously intend it or not, they weasel their way in. They reverse psychology you in to accepting them and their baggage and their luggage and their drama and their yappity blah 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 blah. This invasion on your space, your time. Not cool. Not cool. Friend, family, lover, I don't care. Or a repetitive type of person that you have seen in several people. Friendships, dating, it doesn't matter. And they just show up. Now, okay, thank you. Because I was like, there's got to be more. Because the status of this person being a king, male or female, it doesn't matter. But the status of this person being a king means they have something about them that is already accomplished, already mastered. In terms of pentacles, it could be money. They might, wouldn't that be something? Like, if this is a relative of yours, just as an example, who does have money or has a decent job, but they come whenever they're in town and live at your house for a few weeks for free, instead of like going to a hotel or getting an Airbnb, or for God's sake, staying at somebody else's house. Like, they always like ironically or strangely freeload off of you, even though you know that they have money or the ability to rent a hotel. This person can afford it. Like, like, I'm getting like literally like this leeching, like brother, sister type of energy. Or cousin, maybe. Something like that. So the fact that they can take care of themselves in some form or fashion, but they choose not to. They choose to stay with you, be around you, take up your time, drink up all the milk and coffee in your house. And then you go down and you want a cup of coffee in the morning, but they've been up since 2 a.m. Oh, I was making coffee. You drank all my coffee? Yeah. But you can get more when you go out today, right? I just, I didn't want to, I mean, there's no 24-hour markets here. So I just said, she's like, you took my stuff. You have money. Like, go to the damn market and go. I'm going to replace my coffee that you fit. Like, in my house, just to give you a nice little insight on my life, Capricorn, you finish it, you replace it. I don't care what it is. You finish it, and everybody in this house uses it, you replace it. If it belongs to you, fine. Or if, you know what I mean? If it belongs to you, whether you replace it or not, I don't care. I don't use it, I don't drink it, I don't eat it, great. But if we all drink it, we all eat it, you best be replacing it. That's my house. I don't know about you. So it's like that. This person like takes even though they don't need to take. Okay? Now what's that about? Yikes. Okay, so maybe this person, yes, okay. This person is a doozy. Because maybe this time around, no. What am I getting here? They're just like, this is all Capricorn. Boom, boom. They're just like, everything else is somebody else. And the reason I laughed is because these together, I get it. Now, the next card out that we're going to talk about is the Santa Muerte card, aka the Death card in this deck. Major Arcana for Scorpio. There might be a Scorpio in your life of significance, but does not have to be. Now, listen. This card in this deck is always so interesting to me because it is the Death card. And you do see the scythe. The Death character is carrying the scythe. Okay, the blade is down by the bottom of her dress near the cradle. But, okay, let's get into that. There's a cradle. There is the image of pregnancy here. But again, the card is called Death. Now, I get it, but I've always found it strange every time I see this because there's also like this overtone of like the Virgin Mother, Virgin Mary. There's a lot of different iconic imagery here. But the basis of the card, this one and in the Death card in tarot in general, is death and rebirth. Death and rebirth, okay? Scorpionic energy. To die and then almost instantly be reborn. That's a thing that Scorpio 8th house deals with. When it comes to your reading, Capricorn, I feel you want to put an end to something, especially in regards to your relationship with this person. You want to draw a line in the sand, just kind of stand your ground maybe, or have them understand that, you know, we've been friends for 15 years and you keep leeching off of me, you keep coming to me with your family drama, you keep, you know, complaining to me about your husband or your wife, and it just grates on my nerves, and you use me as if I was to be like a free psychiatrist or a free therapist, and it's just like, you and your wife need to go and see someone who is paid to listen to this bullshit and like get out of my face, like something like that. Like you really want to put an end to a dynamic between you and this person. I don't necessarily feel, although for some of you it might be, that you want to put an end to the relationship itself. Maybe in some of your cases, maybe that's what you want. But ultimately, because I was talking about how interesting it is that we have this virginal, you know, motherly figure, but also these images of death right on top of it, and, you know, this idea of death and rebirth, I feel as though you want there to be the end of certain ways you and this person communicate, relate to one another, spend time with one another. Maybe that's how you guys are, like maybe you're long distance friends or long distance dating partners, and maybe they always come to your house and, like I said before, drink all your milk, drink all your coffee, eat all the bread, whatever. And it's like, I never come to you. You never show me hospitality. I'm never staying at your place. We're always staying at my place. And, you know, I love you. I care for you. I feel that there is some kind of bond between you and this person, something familial or excuse me, something, it's like companionship. And you can be a companion with someone you love romantically or platonically. But there is like this, as much as they get on your nerves, it's also like, but I like you or I love you. And, you know, the only reason I, you know, would put up with this shit is because I do have these feelings for you. I do have this connection with you, right? So that's why I think the emphasis on rebirth is here. Because a lot of times with death, when I read it in tarot, a lot of times when it comes out in my readings at least, the rebirth part doesn't happen unless something else is around it. And you do have temperance, which can talk about things coming back to life or things being set back into balance, right? But it's in the reverse. So with death here and your temperance reverse encompassing the King of Pentacles, or at least cornering the King of Pentacles, it feels as though you want this person, or there's something, again, within your relationship with how you relate to one another that needs to be altered, that needs to be edited, that needs to be addressed. But this person is quite oblivious. Like I told you, they're kind of obnoxious. That's for me, but I'll share it. Because either my guides will show me something to communicate to you, or they'll show me something that acts as an affirmation to me. So based off of everything I just said, they showed me something and it was an affirmation for me as the reader to tell me that I was correct. Now, what they showed me was, just to humor you, because I did laugh and it was kind of weird, and to not address it would be even weirder. I love old Disney cartoons, like back from like the 40s and the 50s, right? Fun fact, my favorite Disney character is Donald Duck, and there is a cartoon with Donald Duck. You can Google this. You could YouTube this after you watch this video. Go watch it, and you let me know if that connects to your reading. But there is, I think it's just Google Donald Duck cousin Gus, and there's a cartoon where Gus the goose, Donald Duck's cousin, comes to visit him and literally eats him out of house and home. He eats all the bread, takes, like, I remember in the cartoon there's like a line of peas, and this goose is like sucking the peas up through a straw, and Donald just wants one last pea, but the fat goose takes the last pea. So they showed me that cartoon, images from it, to let me know that this is correct. Not that necessarily someone is eating all of your food, but that someone is acting inconveniently towards you. They're obnoxious. They take from you and they do not replace, whether that be food, money, time, effort, companionship. You know, maybe, like I said, you're always coming to my house. We're always sleeping at my house. We're always hanging out at my house, my house, my house. I always pay for the dates if it's not about being at home. I always go, every time we go to dinner, I pay. Every time we go to a special event, I pay. Come on. This person has the means. King of Pentacles. They don't have to be rich. I'm not saying that this person is like a multimillionaire and they're like, you know, looking at you like, you gonna get that bill, baby? I'm not saying that's what they're doing. What I'm saying is they have the capability to do just as much as you do. At least meet you 50-50, right? But they don't. So we need a rewrite on that. We need this to be recalibrated in some type of way. Now, what will you do? What have you been doing? Four of Swords, not saying a goddamn word. No offense to anybody if you're sensitive to the Lord's name being taken in vain, but really, not doing a GD thing about it. Four of Swords. I feel that you've avoided being forthright with this person, straightforward with how vexed you are with them, not telling them, this annoys me, that annoys me, this hurts my feelings, that hurts my feelings, this pisses me off, that pisses me off. You don't articulate yourself. You have spent more time stifling it down, pushing it aside, letting it go, you know, water off a duck's back, Donald Duck. And you're really trying to avoid conflict with the Four of Swords. We don't want to speak. We don't want to express ourselves. We just kind of want to take a nap on it. Take a time out on it. And that could easily lead back, because you see we did a circle here, or we did a route that leads us back to the Temperance card in reverse. Your inaction, or your lack of speaking rather, only adds to your frustration. Now, there is sort of a caveat, not a caveat, but there is sort of a silver lining with this Four of Swords. Four of Swords also is a time of contemplation. So coming to this reading, you might be getting some type of bell ringing in your head. Or you might realize, I have been doing this. I have been, you know, not really standing up for myself, or not really pointing out when things really bother me to this person. I've been letting them essentially get away with murder, right? That could be one thing that you're kind of getting a clue to, because when we're in the Four of Swords, that's a time of reflection. If that isn't the thing that you're reflecting on, what you would be reflecting on is, please don't leave my mind, come back. Damn it, come back. Yes, thank you. That could be what you're reflecting on. Is not only are you getting affirmation or confirmation from a reading like this or some things that are going on in your life, you're also, like I said earlier at the top about reaction versus response. Being punched in the face and having the immediate reaction to run away, fight back, call the cops, whatever you would do, versus sitting there looking around. Okay, who hit me in my face? Is anybody else here? Was I just like, punked or something like that? Or, you know what I mean? Like discerning and looking at and observing the situation, trying to get not the bigger picture because it's not about that, but trying to understand the other person's motivations or the other person's reason for being how they are or doing what they are doing to you. Four of Swords allows you time and mental focus or mental something. It allows you to approach it from a more rational point of view with the Four of Swords. So it's doing two things. One, you avoid, because when you're in the Four of Swords, like I said, you're not going to say anything. You're not going to, vocalize your grievances. You're really mostly silent when the Four of Swords shows up. The other part is that you are resting and reflecting. And when you are resting and reflecting, you kind of are able to take a few steps back, become a little bit more objective as you consider the situation and the people around you. Okay? Interesting. Outcome makes sense for you, Capricorn, is the Wheel of Fortune. Major arcana mostly associated with the fixed signs Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And also Wheel of Fortune is associated with Sagittarius, so it could be any of those signs or none at all. It is a general, but listen. Look at the imagery, and if you have a semblance or a general understanding of tarot already, you already know what this means. In due time, my friend, in due time. The wheel turns, fortunes change. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. And you've got the hourglass in the middle, so time is also a crucial factor here. It's time to talk to this person. It's time to be honest with them, to be honest with yourself. It's time to see these changes, really, except for the King of Pentacles. Like I said, this person is, so they're not a narcissist in the way that people throw narcissist around, but they're a narcissist in the more, I suppose, is it a Greek god? Whatever. Where the person is like vain. Like narcissist now is like, gaslighting and like they're terrible people. But I'm thinking of a narcissist as someone who like looks in the mirror and like they only know themselves. They only admire themselves. They only see their own beauty, their own attributes. They don't see anything that's a flaw in them. And it's not that they even are aware of anyone else. I think sometimes with narcissism today, the way many people use it, as if people are out. Narcissism that I'm referring to with this person's, some of them, not all of them, they're so up their own ass. They can see nothing else. And that's how they end up being obnoxious, or they end up being inconsiderate of you, because they would never, ever, ever envision you in anything they do. And it's not to inflame you. It's not to hurt you. It's not because they're an evil, bad person. It's really their personality. So there's like a slight difference in the way I'm trying to draw this narcissism. I think a lot of times people across all communities use narcissism or the word narcissist to denote that someone is intentionally trying to harm you, or they are so blasé about any harm. This person doesn't, like, it's like, maybe if that's it, it's like a kind-hearted, I'm going to quote that so hard, kind-hearted narcissist, because they don't believe what they're doing could ever cause anyone harm. How could I be harmful by coming and staying at my best friend's house for, a week and a half? we will drink so much Chardonnay together. We're going to have so much fun. Even though you're the one who's paying for the Chardonnay, Capricorn. Even though you know this bitch could afford like, 15 cases of it. You're the one who's paying. You see what I mean? Anyway, so, God, I forgot why I got on to that tangent coming away from the Wheel of Fortune. What was I talking about? Damn, I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh, I don't remember, and there's no way I could or would roll the camera back. What goes up must come down. I don't remember. So, let's continue. Ah, right. So it's time to express something to... Yes, there we go. So it's time for you to express what you need to express to this person. I think they have gone on long enough being unaware of how you affect them, or how they affect you, excuse me, or how you feel affected by the entire situation. Maybe it's not just them specifically, but it's just the way you interact, the time, since time is sometimes indicated here with Wheel of Fortune. Maybe they only come to your house on the weekends. It could be like something maybe that's a little shady if you're dating someone. Not only do we only stay at my house, we only are together on the weekends. Like, we're both two adults, presumably. No marriages, no secret kids, no other obligations, no other partners. Why is it that we only spend time together on the weekends? Maybe you, Capricorn, you're like, I'd love a Tuesday night sleepover, but you seem to be a Friday through Sunday type of guy. Does that make sense? So something here that isn't necessarily balanced, that isn't necessarily addressed and taken care of, needs to be addressed and taken care of, okay? Overall energy for mid-October for Pentacles. Well, maybe they are a narcissist in that kind of venomous way that I was kind of being like, maybe they're not. Maybe they are. Four of Pentacles. This depiction is so different than the traditional. And I love, the different decks because it gives you a chance to see a different way of thinking about the energy. This Four of Pentacles, I mean, look at it. This person, or there's something, this person on the card, not the person we're talking about, but the person on the card, although it's probably them, is a bit of a manipulator. This grown skeleton woman playing with these little figurines in this miniature town, right? This is a manipulation. This is somebody who sets the stage and puts people in their place and wants everybody to play their role the way that they the way that they deem appropriate. Here's the script. Please read your lines. No. Read it again. Okay, there. You got it right. It's like that. It's like they're a control freak, maybe. See? I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. And it could be that this is how they are to you. It could be I'm tapping into their, like, oh, I don't know. Why would you have that impression? Like, it's like this sort of naive, ignorant to the potential that someone could misread what this person is doing. Like, you might say, again, with like the eating everything in my house and not, replacing the things that you finished. You're greedy. You're gluttonous. You take and then you don't replace. You make me spend my money when I don't want to spend my money. Da-da-da-da-da. You're selfish. This person. What? How? That's not... Well, I'm sorry that and it's just like their approach isn't to be inflamed. Their approach isn't to be like, accusing you right back. Like, there's a certain type of narcissist, I'm sure. I'm sure there are types of narcissists. This one is like sly. This one is very calm. This one is not, screaming from the rafters like a mad person. Because I've seen, videos and I've heard stories of people that are like really angry and like, they become immediately flustered and like, how dare you? I would, who you, and you, and they throw it back and it becomes really tense and it becomes really volatile. This person is not volatile. This person is not very high energy. Like I said, they show up quickly, but they are weighted. They're not, they're really not a fiery personality. But they can say and do things that get you riled up quick. You would become the person that becomes fiery. It's like that, you know. And I don't think that this is a narcissistic trait, but have you ever seen or been in an argument where one person raises their voice and the other person goes, or not even that, there starts an argument or a disagreement and somebody goes, well, I don't like the way that you did that. Well, there's no reason for you to raise your voice. I'm not raising my voice. You see what I mean? Like when you tell the person, now listen, calm down. That makes sometimes the other person go off the deep end. The person who's like, now wait a minute now. What? Let's not get all hysterical here. Let's just remain calm. This person, this King of Pentacles person, this Five of Pentacles, or excuse me, Four of Pentacles person. Maybe they are a narcissist, but again, it's like not that nasty boogeyman, evil, like I'm the worst person in the world. They come in a nice, you know, pretty package, you know, designer clothes maybe. They come from, you wouldn't suspect. Again, I'm talking to someone, or I'm talking to this idea of a narcissist to be like this really just terrible person. Like you can see them a mile away. Nope, not this person. This person is a sleeper narcissist, okay? Capricorn, good luck. That is your reading for mid-October. If it resonated, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to read that. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button for me. You can share this video, let other people know you like my content, you like what I'm saying about your life, even if it's not the greatest message. And of course, you can subscribe if you're not already subscribed, making sure to hit the notification bell so you can see when I upload new videos to the channel. Capricorn, you will see me soon for your November readings and your mid-Novembers. I'm probably going to push the no communications readings that I did last month, or no, this month. I'm probably going to push those to December just to not overload myself too much. I have a lot of things going on. So you have that to look forward to. And I will be going live. I'm going to announce that for everybody. I'm going to do a general announcement to the channel. But I will be going live the week of November. The week of Thanksgiving, which I believe is November 25th, somewhere around there. And that will be for everybody. And it is because I want to give thanks to all my viewers and all my subscribers, or anybody who's been a support of the channel, clients and people that are commenting, liking, sharing, doing all that fun stuff. Because the channel has grown. I'm a one-woman band at this point. I do everything myself. That's not for bragging rights. It's just to demonstrate that from the start of the video to when it's posted and all the editing and everything I do, it's all me, right? And it's a lot, but I appreciate it, and I want to continue down this road, and I appreciate you guys doing your part by, like I said, supporting me, liking my videos, commenting, sharing, coming back, you know, purchasing personals with me. All of that is just amazing. So to give back, you know, that's kind of what Thanksgiving is all about, right? You give thanks to those that you love and appreciate. And so I do love and I do appreciate you guys, so I want to do something for everybody. So I will be doing that the week of Thanksgiving. We'll post a video doing an overall announcement for it. And then, of course, you can look forward to me setting the date for that. So please be on the lookout, okay? Anything else? No. This is the end. All right, Capricorn. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Take care.